All right, we are live. What's going on tonight, Dan?
Oh, not too much. We got a good night tonight. We got lots of stuff and things to cover tonight, so I'm really excited for it.
We're gonna jam pack it tonight too, guys, because we got to be done by 10:30. Dan and I got work that we got to get done, so we're gonna pump right through it and give you guys all the good information. So chances are everybody probably saw by now the title of the video and the thumbnail that we are giving away 1 million Shiba tonight. All right, so one lucky person on the stream will win 1 million Shiba that we'll send right over to them. So that's going to take place at the very end of the stream. So make sure you hang out till the end of it. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in crypto. We've had a lot of people commenting, a lot of people messaging, wanting to know what the heck's going on, and we're going to talk about it. So what do you got? Anything interesting, Dan, while we're waiting for some people to hop on?
Yeah, so we got some big announcements. We got a couple things. First and foremost, I'm going to be a
Actually,
little more.
hold on. We got to leave them. We got to make them want. We got to leave them wanting more a little bit. Let's see who's on first.
All right.
Darren, what's going on, Darren? He says, loving the dip. Crypto sale was on. I'm so fiat poor right now. You and me both. You know what? Hey, buy the dip. You know what? That's my philosophy, and that's going to be a common theme tonight on the stream. A lot of people freaking out. Darren's not freaking out. Darren understands the game. He's been in it a long time. He knows this is all going to blow over, and not professional advice, of course, but this is all going to blow over, and it'll be a distant memory a week from now, probably.
Do you think we should get some like merch and have it in quotes on the t-shirt say this is not professional advice on the bottom, crypto theory?
Well, I mean, here's the thing: you would think it would be common sense, but as we all know, common sense isn't always so common. So we have to put that disclaimer out there. Bart, what's going on, Bart? We talked about Ubix today on our video earlier today. So shout out to Bart on bringing that one to our attention. That one, even on this huge dip that it's on, that one's still up double from when we first covered it. So talk about a low cap gem right there. That's been a good one. So anybody that's in it, if you got out at the top, you did really, really well. Either way, you're still way up on it. There he is. What's up, Dad? Imagine if he wins the Shiba.
He's gonna have. I love down below. Johnny says Shiba Fever.
Shiba Fever. Apparently, that's like the sentiment across the market because those videos have just been like insanely popular. Like, I mean, I put the first one up there because, like I said, everybody seems to like these reaction videos. So I was like, you know what? We keep hearing about this thing. Like literally, you can't go into any Facebook groups, any Discord groups, any other crypto channels without the chats just blowing up with Shiba. So that was the target. That was basically like, all right, well, let's not look into it at all. I don't even know what the heck it is. I can kind of probably guess what it's going to be, but let's not even look into it at all. Let's do that as our next reaction video. And it turns out that apparently a lot of people on the Shiba train right now. So
yeah, absolutely. So we got Carlos on. Hey, Carlos, what's going on? Thank you for joining us.
What's up, Carlos?
Excuse me.
Medium Medic says, hello, what's going on?
What's up?
Leroy says, Shiba's the Doge killer.
That's, if anything, I don't know.
I think if anything, Elon might be the Doge killer right now. So actually, well, Elon's trying to pump Doge, but
if I'm being honest, that's probably the only reason I even like Shiba as a project at all, because it's not really a project. I just like the idea that it might eventually take down Doge, because I just don't. It just baffles me that Doge is so popular with no purpose. There's no reason for it, but you know what? That's just the masses. You got to give them credit. It's an impressive feat that they've pulled off.
Carlos said he bought ETH a bit on Friday. Awesome. Awesome. I bought a little bit of ETH yesterday, actually, when I will give props to Derek. So Derek, actually, a few weeks ago when we were talking about it, when we had the last dip, I I give him partial props, me partial props, because during that dip, I had said I didn't think it would go below 47, and it didn't. And then he said, I think it's going to 42, and it actually did go down to 42 yesterday. So both ended up being right at various points of it. But once I saw it get down to 42 yesterday, I kind of looked at that as a major line of resistance. So I bought more Bitcoin and Ethereum yesterday.
Right.
But part of our question later might pertain to something else that I put some money into this weekend. And we'll get into that here in just a little bit, because whoever gets that right is going to win the Shiba.
So John says, hey guys, I heard something about MetaBlock and other medical related blockchain based vaccine passports opening the door for gains in health cryptos.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
I mean, I gotta, MetaBlock's been around for a while, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta look into it just because it's been a long time since I've looked at that project. But I mean, I would have to believe that the health industry would be ripe for the picking in terms of needing good, viable product or projects.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we'll definitely look into it, John, for sure. Bart says Akita, Elon, and Shiba. Yeah, those are other ones that there is another reaction video. I can't tell you what it's about. It was actually supposed to come out today. There was technical difficulties with the video, but it's going to be coming out tomorrow. It was going to be our reaction Monday for this week, and like I said, there had some technical difficulties uploading it and getting it to render properly, but we did get it done. And that'll be coming out tomorrow. So you'll get a reaction video for a different project that we're hearing a ton about right now tomorrow. And I've been looking into it more since then. It's interesting. So I don't want to give away what it is, but it's interesting because it's getting a ton of hype.
Yeah. And you guys sending in comments about just random coins account I haven't heard about. We've actually been looking into some. We do look, as much as we possibly can, we try to look into them, and honestly, we do appreciate it because some of them are interesting.
Stay to the end of the stream because we might have something right up your guys' alley.
Yeah,
for that. Darren says, "Ask Hosky how to improve Shiba." I'm assuming he's talking about Charles Hoskinson from Cardano. That's funny. Lee writes, insane how much Elon has changed the market. You know what? That kind of brings us into a couple of questions that people have been sending in. I mean, you're seeing it all over the place right now. Let's jump right into it, and then we'll tell you kind of the news that Dan and I had towards the end there, and then we'll do the giveaway for it. So basically, the number one question that we've been getting is Bitcoin has been dumping. Should I sell? You know, and again, as always, this is not professional advice. This is just from my standpoint. No, absolutely not. I'm buying more personally. Everybody's different. Depends on, here's the other thing. It depends on your strategy. We talked about this a little bit last stream when the market had corrected a little bit, but it hadn't, completely recovered and everything. I think it depends on when you bought in, and it doesn't just have to be Bitcoin here. I mean, insert any crypto that you want to. And again, this kind of goes right in line with what we're going to be talking about later in the stream in regards to our question to figure out who wins the Shiba. But basically, doesn't matter what it is. If you're up significantly enough, then it never hurts to just take profits. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking profits. It's not going to hurt anything. A lot of it depends on your viewpoint of Bitcoin. I am a firm believer it's going way higher. So I'm certainly not going to sell. I'm just going to continue to buy. I looked at it that it was yesterday was like a 15-20% off, comparatively over the last little bit compared to the previous. So compared to our previous all-time 61, 62K, whatever it was, this drop right here from the all-time high has been just over 30%. If you look historically over all the other bull runs, this is a very normal correction. I know it's something that a lot of people are very worried about. And I've been there, believe me, 4 years ago, basically. It was my first cycle through a market. And it's really nerve wracking, because it's like, holy crap, did I, just lose a ton of money and everything. And, it's very, very normal for these type of corrections. That's the thing. You can't have parabolic rises without some sort of market correction. And with Bitcoin still being so new, even though it's getting a ton of mass adoption, with it still being so new, these type of things are going to happen until it starts to stabilize a little bit and we get more people into it. Then you're going to see these type of corrections sometimes. And then that's the other question we've been getting all the time right there. Why is Bitcoin dumping? A lot of it, in all honesty, is Elon Musk. He's not the sole reason for it, but a big portion of it is first off him saying that Tesla was going to stop accepting Bitcoin. Then he went out and basically, somebody had tweeted something about, there's a good chance I don't remember the exact tweet, but there's a good chance that Elon is probably dumping all of his Bitcoin right now. I can't say that I blame him after all of the hate that he's been getting. And he just put a very cryptic tweet back that said, indeed. So didn't specify what that meant. It was just very much, very speculative, like what's going on, what's happening. So then it dumped again. And then apparently there was another tweet that had happened later on where basically he was saying that Tesla had sold all of their Bitcoin when it was sitting like right around 47,000, which was that line of resistance that we had talked about that had been holding so strong. Basically said Tesla sold all their Bitcoin. It plummets down to 42, which all of a sudden we know is the other line of support that we've been seeing. And all of a sudden then he comes back and says, oh, wait, no, that's not true. So to me, like there's something going on there. There's, I don't know. Put the tinfoil hats on for that one, I guess. But there's some kind of orchestrated FUD going on right there. Anybody that doesn't know what FUD is, fear, uncertainty, doubt. It happens all the time in crypto. Whales are going in trying to spread fear to get people, shake out all the weak hands and get them to get rid of their Bitcoin, sell off their Bitcoin so then they can go in and scoop it up at a cheaper price.
What Elon's essentially doing, and keep this in mind, he's essentially trying to manipulate the market, which is highly illegal in stocks, but it's not in crypto. And a billionaire like him can, not that he needs the money, obviously, the guy's the richest guy in the world, but what is one thing rich people want? They want more money. And Elon, I think he just loves, just playing everyone like he thinks he's like puppet master. And it's got to be fun. Honestly, you can send out a tweet and he pretty much can make any shit coin like Doge shoot up so much that pretty much anything possible.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that, and again, until crypto gets a little bit more widely accepted, it's well on its way there. I mean, we are light years ahead of where we've ever been, but until it gets all the way there, you're still going to run into these type of issues where it's an easily manipulated market for people that have billions of dollars. Obviously, regular retail investors, like I'm assuming at least the majority of us watching this, we can't move a market like that. Unless it's one of those things. I will say the impressive thing has been some of these projects, such as Shiba, when it pumps, 3,500% in 30 days. Okay, that's a movement. I mean, that is people basically, everybody banding together basically to realize those gains. I mean, that's Wall Street Bets all over again when they were pumping, GameStop.
Except for the government doesn't step in this time and shut it down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Put a halt to it.
But in the long run, in my opinion, nothing to worry about. Like I said, it's a very normal correction. And, I don't see any indicator right now. It hasn't dipped low enough where I look at it and say, I need to get out now and preserve my money.
Right.
It looks very, very normal to me. And it's very typical of that. Now, a lot of times, not always, but the majority of the times after a big correction like this, what happens? You have some violent, and I mean violent movement upward. I mean, in a good way. Like, I mean, you have some ridiculous movement to the upside. Once you have basically shaken out all the weak hands and, basically meaning people who don't hold on to it. They get worried about it and they sell off. Once you shake all them out and people start buying back up the Bitcoin at the cheaper price, all of a sudden it's going to start going up.
Yeah, and Darren actually just had a really good point. I didn't even think about this when you and I were talking about it earlier, but Tesla's huge into solar panels. Watch out for Tesla solar bit mining rigs, and because he was just talking about how it's bad for the ecosystem and everything. Now that would be actually pretty big brain move on their part if they did that, and I'm sure Elon's a big brain guy, so I'm sure they're thinking about.
I'm sure, as you say, I'm sure it's got to be in the works. Now here's an interesting question that I thought of earlier. I mean, Elon's got to know, at least I would assume, doing stuff like that. I mean, it affects people. I mean, it could be a massive swing of hundreds or even thousands of dollars for a lot of people that was unexpected for them, obviously, but also something maybe they can't afford. Now, if they can't afford it, then they probably shouldn't be investing in crypto. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. However, I mean, he's got to know that's affecting people, their families, all that type of stuff. But the question is, how's that going to affect him and Tesla? I mean, does he piss enough people off where they just say, you know what, screw you, I'm not buying a Tesla?
It's interesting.
I don't know.
So Carlos says, I honestly believe that Musk is dumping Bitcoin, but not Tesla. And that's interesting. I wouldn't be shocked if they dumped it temporarily, like Kyle said, and then they're buying it back at the cheaper 42,000. They made their money, buying it back again, knowing it's going to go way up and shoot up.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. But I think you're right either way. I think the history's shown. Like
Tesla sold off, I think it was 10%. They sold off 10% of their Bitcoin, a few weeks back. They made more in 1 quarter of holding Bitcoin. They made more profit in 1 quarter than they make an entire year as a company. They made almost $500 million profit on 10% of their Bitcoin.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That is insane.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I don't know. And yeah, Darren says Bitcoin is Tesla's hedge. I think it's the hedge for a lot of them, because look, inflation's coming. I mean, the government has already come out and announced that we have had the highest rate of inflation since 2008, which everybody knows what happened in 2008 when we had the massive recession for it. So the government's already come out and said inflation rates are the highest that they've been. I think Bitcoin is a lot of companies' hedges against massive inflation that's coming.
Oh, this is an interesting one. So Cryptos 11 said just what you were talking about, Kyle. He's got a copy of his canceled Tesla order. Honestly, that's the thing. You're gonna, and like Leroy said, you put your company at risk by playing God. You're gonna piss people. Eventually, are gonna stop listening to you when you do this kind of stuff, and you're messing with people's livelihood.
Well, again, you know what? It goes all the way back to the Wall Street Bets thing with the Reddit stuff. You get enough people that band together. Those people had enough of the hedge funds just basically screwing over the little man for so long that they all came together and said, no, we're taking back control of it and doing it. You could see, I don't know if it'll happen or not, but you could see something like that happen in this case where everybody just says, no, that's not how it's going to go.
It's funny because we were talking about how the government essentially allows these big hedge funds managers, and they can abuse the system. But when the little people come in and try to stop that and go the other way, they step in and say, well, you can't do that. And with crypto, they can't do that. And that's what you got to love about crypto is it's, what's the word I'm looking for? It's anonymity. I can't say the word, but that's what you got to like. Yeah, thank you. But you got to love that. That is one thing you got to appreciate about it is the government can't step in and tell you how to do it. Look at places like South Africa that have tried banning it. The peer-to-peer trading shoots up 40% after they try to do it because people are going to be like, we're going to do it either way. You can't stop us.
Look at sports betting. Look at sports betting in the U.S. You were so against it for so long. Vegas was the only place you could legally place a sports bet, but it was estimated that, billions upon billions of dollars were being wagered anyway. And then guess what? The U.S. allows sports betting, and now every state is jumping in and wanting to do it because there's massive tax revenue in it, and all of a sudden it's being reported record highs. Billions of dollars every single quarter for each state, basically. So it's like people were doing it anyway. It's not like they're just all of a sudden now deciding, hey, I can go legally place a sports bet. People are doing it anyway, So it's like same thing with something like this. It's like people are going to do it anyway. So John, actually, let me answer this real quick. So John, basically burning a crypto essentially is if they want to get rid of some of the supply that they have. If they have a ton of, take like Shiba, for instance, let's just use that. They had like a one quadrillion or whatever it is supply. If they want to burn it, and for them, they actually, burned half of it to Vitalik Buterin, who is the co-founder of Ethereum. But if they want to burn it, basically that's decreasing the supply of it. Therefore, it's going to work towards, being able to pump that market cap up a little bit because there's less of a supply. And if the demand stays the same, then it's going to increase the price of that. Let's see. Lever says Matic's on the rise. I love Matic. Great project. Jonathan, are you buying the dips and which ones? Absolutely. I bought Bitcoin and Ethereum last night. I waited until Bitcoin. what I believe probably bottomed out. Like I said, Derek had said he thought 42, and I think he's right. Looking at it, I think 42. Hopefully, I mean, obviously, we'll wait and see, but I think that 42 was the bottom. So I think I bought it at 43. I wanted to wait for a little bit of confirmation that it was starting to go back up, and it seemed to. So I bought some Bitcoin and ETH last night. I looked at it. Hey, it's a great sale.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so why don't we announce what we've got going on there, Dan, and then we'll do the giveaway, because I know we've only got about 10 minutes left before we both have to hop off and get some stuff done. So let's go ahead and announce what we've got coming up. This is really cool. Dan and I have been working on this for, I don't know, the last little bit, and we were kind of finalizing details today about it a little bit. And I think this is pretty cool. Some things that we're going to be doing with the channel.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to keep you guys involved, because Kyle and I really like that, everyone can give their, chip in and give their opinions on things, because we really do like when people give, their opinions on a coin, because we're not always going to be right on something. Kyle's not going to always be 100% right on something. He has an opinion, and his history has shown that you've been very good at it so far. But you know what? You're not going to hit them all out of the park, and it's nice to see what other people say on it. Sorry, my dog Alfred keeps coming in here and knocking the door open. Hey, bud. So, what do you?
Well, so there's a couple of different things we're doing. First, we're going to have a crypto for dummies section. So Dan, I finally have convinced him. After years, I finally convinced Dan to take the plunge into crypto.
I did back in 2017, very, very seldomly, but yes, it's been a long time since.
First real jump into it, where he's actually like knows a little bit about it and understands the concept and everything, what we're doing. So we are going to do a crypto for dummies, because I know that there are a ton of brand new people that are coming in. And, one thing we realize is sometimes I've been in it long enough that there's still stuff I learn every single day, but sometimes that's hard to explain to somebody that's brand new, because, you have to think back to when you were brand new into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Dan do some videos and live streams each week, where it's all going to be, stuff for beginners. And I mean, and you guys can go in there and help him with stuff too. I mean, we want it to be kind of, learn with him basically type of thing. Like he might be live and talking about like, this is what we're going to be doing. And then you guys can even like kind of talk him through some of the stuff like that. And I think it helps out the entire community. It helps people gain knowledge. The other cool thing that we're going to be doing is, like we talked about earlier, a lot of people have opinions on what projects are great. So what we're going to do every single month, it's going to be a month-long thing, is we are going to have a community wallet. So essentially what's going to happen is Dan and I are going to put $100 of our own money into a crypto wallet. And it's going to be a community affair, I guess I would say, where we're going to pick projects to invest in based on what everybody in the community thinks that we should be going after. Majority is going to rule on it. And so essentially what we'll do is we're going to take that $100 and put it into like one or two projects. After a few days, if we want to change that out into something else, trade it into something else, we'll do that, with the goal being at the end of the month, whether we make anything or not. If we don't make anything, then we won't do anything with it. But if we turn that, let's say you turn that $100 into, I don't know, $1,000 or something like that, who knows? We're going to pick 10 people and we will divvy up the profits and give it to you guys. So Dan and I aren't going to make a dime on any of this. We're putting our own money in as a way to give back to you guys. We really appreciate all the support. We're getting so close to 10,000 subs. And we want it to be something where everybody can kind of come together, pick projects to invest in. And guys, here's the thing. These could be, you could just say, hey, put it into Bitcoin, and that's all we want to do. Or it could be something where you just say, hey, let's throw it into, PooCoin or whatever, whatever the thing that's pumping right now is. And, there's going to be certain times, like if we get onto a token that's just crushing it, like we get in and let's say that all of a sudden, it just like goes nuts. It goes parabolic, and all of a sudden it's like 10,000%. obviously we're going to pull it out and just put it into USDT or something like that and hold it on the side until you guys pick the next one. Like, we're not going to just say, we're going to let it ride. And once it's at the top, if it comes back down, it comes back down. No, we're going to pull it out to make sure that you guys realize profits on it. And then we put it back into something else. So I think it's pretty cool. We've been talking about it a lot. Nobody does this. I've never seen anybody else actually do this. They might do it for themselves, but it's not something where they don't take a dime on any of it. We put up our own money, and it's up to you guys. It goes to zero, or maybe maybe everybody makes thousands of dollars on it.
And we'll keep obviously it's pretty easy to track because you guys will know what we're picking. We'll show the wallet on there.
Well, every live stream and probably every video that we do, we'll show a screenshot of the wallet or go live in the wallet real quick so you guys can see, like, okay, here's where we're at with our $100 challenge. Let's see where we can pump this thing to. And then at the end of the month, we'll pick 10 people. We haven't decided how we're going to pick, if it's going to be, like a trivia type of thing, or we're going to figure out something for that. But it's kind of our way of telling you guys thank you. And also, guys, share this with everybody you know. Anybody that's in crypto, share this. We want to keep growing this community. We're going to be starting a Discord as well. We've had a lot of people asking if we can do a Discord. So we are going to start a Discord channel. And we'll get that up and going hopefully later this week is kind of what we're hoping for.
Yeah. So keep in mind, guys, like Kyle said, it's up. The people, everyone is going to be essentially entered into a ballot that we have, but the people that are more active in the comment section, helping us along the way, are going to definitely be taken into consideration more. So let's say if we do get it up to some decent amount of money, let's hope we do. The people that are on every night and that are commenting and stuff are definitely going to be probably at least put into consideration more. So definitely, because that's how it grows, as you guys are saying. But let's say Bart just pulls one out of his ass and is like, hey, I love Panda DAO. I want Panda DAO to be freaking on there. And if you get some support, Bart, and everyone, you get a couple people that say, let's do Panda DAO for one of them. Hell yeah, we'll do Panda DAO.
Right. That's the thing. It's going to be a community thing. If we can kind of get a consensus, or at least a majority of 1 to 2 projects, that's what we're going to do.
And as we grow the channel, hopefully we'll be, able to, if
successful, we'll be able to expand that and grow it. Yeah. And the rewards will be bigger, and maybe we do it more often, type of thing, or something like that too.
Absolutely.
No, we're excited about it. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's a great opportunity for everybody that's in it to, hey, you learn a lot, and you make some extra cash too, hopefully.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Right. So, since we've got like 2 minutes left, we are going to do the Shiba giveaway. All right. So, first person to get this question right is going to win 1 million Shiba, which I don't even know what the value of that today is. However, as we've seen, that thing can pump out of nowhere. And if it does, it could be worth a lot of money at some point. So,
I can tell you right now. Go ahead, Kyle.
So, in kind of talking about what we were talking about earlier with never being afraid to take profits, I took profits this weekend on some Cardano. A lot of people would probably look at that and say, why would you want to sell some of your Cardano? Well, my idea was basically sell some of the Cardano, and I ended up actually picking a very, very good price. I thought 250 was going to be the threshold. It kept getting to 240, bouncing off from it, and couldn't quite get over the hump. So I decided to sell some at 235. Now, I'd been in it for a long time, so I realized some really, really nice gains on it. So I pulled it out of Cardano and I put it into 2 different projects. One was Bitcoin, because I do believe Bitcoin is getting ready to rumble, and I do believe that. And this is a Coinbase project, so the only answers that'll work is it's from Coinbase, so that should narrow the playing field down a little bit. What was the other project that I invested the profits from Cardano into? First person to get it right is gonna win 1 million Shiba,
which is, I just did it. It's about $16 right now, so not too shabby.
But at one point that would have been, a couple weeks ago, that was probably worth, I don't know, a few $100 probably.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me know if you see it.
Ethereum, Bitcoin, Theta.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. It is a Coinbase.
Gotta be something that's on Coinbase, guys. That should narrow it down at least a little bit for everybody. Nothing yet. We just did a video about them. I said I thought it was the most undervalued project right now. See who's been watching the videos. Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. This is actually interesting.
Nothing yet.
I can't believe no one said it yet. I'm amazed.
Still nothing.
No. File going out.
Still nothing. No, I thought this was going to be easier. I'll give you a hint. I've made like 3 videos on it. I love this project.
Bat and Engine were good guesses, but nope, not yet.
Nope.
Being on Coinbase should help narrow it down a little bit. Not Aave. Yeah.
It deals with APIs.
Let's see if that helps. And,
I still haven't seen it yet. Starts with
a G. No one giving it any love. That should help right there once they finally pop in.
It's the Google of the blockchain. All right, Leroy.
There we go. Leroy. Kyle put in some graph.
I do love the graph. So Leroy, reach out to us. Dan, you want to put the email in there? Actually, I can put it in real quick.
Sorry. Leroy Jenkins.
Just email us at that, Leroy. Let us know your wallet address for that, and we will send you 1,000,000 Shiba.
Yeah.
So,
all right, guys.
I think that's all. I think that's all we got there, right, Dan?
That is. So
awesome.
Thank you guys for getting on. We'll, like I said, keep an eye out for these new videos coming out. That we got some new fun stuff and things. A lot of exciting things on the horizon. So
absolutely.
Thank you so much for watching, guys.
Have a great night, guys.
To answer your question, John, from earlier, yes, I do have some awesome stalagmites and stalactites on my wall now for the back cave. So, all right, guys, have a good night.